Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, we're taking the 35 south exit.
A city on high alert.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting the 190 westbound. I don't think he's going to stop till he runs out of gas.
Female truck driver Christy Bundren is behind the wheel of her big rig, held hostage by a despondent gunman.
He pointed the gun to my head, you know, and he said, "Drive, bitch, or I'll kill you."
His name is Samuel Jones, a man frustrated by work troubles and a fallout with his girlfriend. Now, his third carjacking in 24 hours has agencies from across the state swarming.
There were just tons of officers out there with all these different deployments going on.
Officer Coy Clements stays on the truck's tail. While inside, Christy desperately tries to calm the agitated kidnapper.
This man was very upset. I said, I'll do whatever you tell me to do if you just don't hurt me.
The man makes no such agreement. Instead, he puts the gun to Christy's head and issues a dire warning.
He said he just had a statement to make. He told me that he was sorry, that he was going to have to take me with him to get his point across.
Sensing her fate, Christy's thoughts are drawn to her late father.
I told my daddy, I was like, I'm coming home.
Out on the highway, officers lay a trap of spikes. They have limited success.
The back drive tires were not damaged as a result of the spikes. Only the steering tires were damaged.
The pursuit rages on for nearly 5 hours across the Dallas Metroplex. Circling choppers show it live to the masses.
I don't think a lot of people knew the situation because they were waving and cheering us on.
But he is out climbing the street like it's a parade.
The chase cuts past shopping malls,
About 40 on the west side of JCPenney.
down toll roads, and through gas stations. Even on front rims, the semi finds enough traction to maneuver.
It became very, very evident that we needed to get those drive tires disabled.
And they need to do it before darkness falls.
Yeah, they're doing it.
On an empty stretch of highway, they get their chance.
They started shooting at the rest of my tires that I had, and then they were shooting the engine of the truck.
Right, we know that. I think our plan is to shoot the radiator.
They shot the radiator. I was like, we're done. The truck is shutting down.
Armored vehicles swoop in on the disabled rig, which soon rumbles to a halt.
We stopped, and he grabbed me by the hair of the head and pulled me to the sleeper.
Trapped, Jones retreats into the back of the cab with his hostage. He doesn't anticipate getting out alive.
I called him out several times, tried to tell him that, hey, you know, she has nothing to do with this. And he was not having any of it. He wasn't going to come out and talk to nobody.
He told me, I'm going to have to take you with me. Then he told me to call my children and tell them goodbye. So I did, and I told them that I loved them. And I was sorry. I knew that my children were watching this, and I did not want my children to see me die on TV. I said, well, you don't have to do this. I said, there's another way out. I said, please don't take me away from my kids. And he bent his head down, and he shook his head no.
In that moment of quiet, a voice comes to Christy.
I just heard, Daddy. He said, it's now or never.
Christy risks her life in a daring escape.
And I don't know what happened. I grabbed the gun, and I jumped out of the truck. I don't even remember opening the truck door. I heard now or never. I was gone.
Christy makes it safely to police, followed by her dog.
She just came out. We got it. Right there, she's on. We're rolling on it, guys.
With Jones unarmed and alone, police launch tear gas into the semi. The choking fumes drive him from the truck. He falls to the ground in surrender.
He's probably overcome with the tear gas. He's on the ground now.
It's finally over.
In on him, but they have him.
Amazingly, with no injuries to anyone.
It was the worst possible scenario when it started, and it ended great. She was our biggest hostage negotiator. I'd like her to come work here, because she got herself out of that mess.
This wild spectacle may end up costing Jones decades behind bars. But he may also owe his life to his would-be victim.
He had told his family that he had planned on doing suicide by cop. Nobody will know what it's like to call your children and tell them that you love them and that you're fixing to be killed. Between God and my dad, it just wasn't my day to go.